Welcome students. In this video we are going to discuss another very important topic in the series of Python functions, and that is scope of a variable. Now children, till now you have made numerous programs, and within those programs you have created numerous variables. Sometimes inside a function, sometimes inside the main program as per your need. Okay, but do you know children, these variables created in different parts of the program have certain restrictions over where you can use them and where you cannot. And this is what you are going to study in this topic, scope of a variable. So talking about this topic, variable is a named location to which you can assign a value, and that value is continuously processed inside the program and can be altered whenever you want. So this is what is a variable. But what is a scope? This is a new term for you. In layman language, scope is nothing but validity. You are very much familiar with this term validity. If I talk about it in reference to the recharges that you get done for your net pack or your phone calls, they are those coupons or recharge coupons are valid for a certain period of time, and after that period of time they deny to provide you services. Okay, so means you are allotted those services, you are available with those services only for that period of time for which that coupon is valid. Same is the case with variables also. Variables created in different parts of the program have different validity, and because of this validity you are not allowed to use a variable created in one part at anywhere else in the same program. Okay, so what are those rules, what are those restrictions, that is going to be discussed in this topic. So let us see what is scope with reference to Python functions or Python variables. Scope refers to a part of the program where a particular variable is accessible. Means if you have created a variable inside a function, then the scope, the area of that variable where it can be utilized is that function only. Similarly, a variable created inside the main program, you know what is main program. Okay, so that variable also has certain accessibility rules. So you are not simply allowed to use any variable anywhere in the program. So in other words, the part of a program within which a variable name is legal and accessible. A variable name remains legal and accessible only if it is existing in RAM. You know that whenever you create a variable, that variable occupies some space in RAM, and then only you are able to store a value inside it, and then only you are able to utilize that value. So till the time that variable name is legal and accessible, you can utilize it. Another very important term is lifetime of a variable, which is very much similar to scope, but it refers to the time period for which a variable exists in memory and after which it vanishes. Means just like in case of your recharge coupons, suppose your recharge coupon has a validity of 28 days. So your particular recharge will give you services for those 28 days, and after that it will deny you services. In the same way, the time period for which a variable is existing in RAM, only for that period of time you can utilize that variable, and after that period of time gets over, that variable automatically vanishes from memory, and therefore you are not able to use it. So what is the scope or the validity of a variable declared in different parts of the program? That will become clear to you when you will study the types of scopes. So next we discuss the types of scopes. There are basically two types of scopes. First is the local scope, second is the global scope. Local scope, first of all see what is a local variable. A variable created inside any function is called local variable. Means the variables which you create inside a function. So if I refer to this example, you can see that there are three variables which are created inside a function. Two variables inside the header and one variable inside the body. Remember, if I am saying that a function created inside a function, so it includes the header as well as the body. So you can see A and B are present in header and S is present in body. So all these three functions, all these three variables, that is A, B and S, are the local variables. Okay, and such variables are said to have local scope because they will stay in memory, they will exist in memory only till the time this function is getting executed, and as soon as this function finishes, they will cease to exist in memory, means they will vanish from memory. They were created when the function started to execute. They were in memory till the function was under execution, and they vanish from memory as soon as the function exited. So such variables are called local variables, and such variables have local scope. Okay. Second is the global scope, which is for a variable which is created outside of all the functions. So suppose in a program you have 10 functions. So if you are creating a variable outside of the body of all those functions, then that is, you can say, in the main program. You know that main program is not inside any function. It is outside of all the functions without any level of indentation. So any variable which is created without any level of indentation in the main program as a top level statement, such a variable is said to be a global variable, and such a variable is said to have a global scope. Now what is meant by global scope? Suppose, means global scope refers to the creation of global variable as soon as you start the execution of the program. It remains in the memory till your program is under execution, means the entire program is under execution. That doesn't mean that there is a particular function which is getting executed or the main program is getting executed, doesn't matter. The variable will come into memory as soon as you start the execution. It will remain in memory till the program is getting executed, and it will vanish from memory only when the program execution stops. So if I refer to global variables in this example, you can see that x and y are created outside of all functions. So x and y are global variables, and therefore they have global scope. So these variables will get created as soon as you start executing the whole program, and they will remain available in memory till the entire program is under execution and after the last statement. What is the last statement? This is the last statement. Okay, so as soon as the last statement of the program gets executed, these variables vanish from memory. So you can see that the lifetime of a global variable is different from the lifetime of a local variable, because local variable is existing in memory only for a short period of time, that is for the duration of the existence of function, but global variable is existing throughout the program. So right now I told you that local variables are created when function starts to execute, and it remains in memory till the function is under execution, and it vanishes from memory when the function stops. In the same way, global variable gets created when the execution of program starts, and it remains in memory throughout the execution of the program, and it vanishes from memory when the program exits. Now let us understand it with the help of this example code, so that you may know what is all this that I am telling you. Okay, so suppose this is the program in front of you, and if I see the execution of this program in RAM, because RAM is the main thing here, because output you know how to give from a program, but what is happening in memory, what is this scope doing in memory, that I want to explain with the help of this code. Now children, you have already seen how the flow of execution goes through a program containing function, and this we have already discussed in our previous videos. Okay, the link of this video I'll provide in the description box, so you can refer to it if you want. But here, I'm considering that this thing, that how the control flows in a program. So that whenever this program will go in for execution, then the first line will be just observed syntactically by the interpreter, and it will be seen whether it is syntactically right or wrong, and after that function body will be simply ignored, and you will come to this statement. And what is this portion of the program? This portion of the program is the main program. So all these statements which are written in red ink are the statements of main program, right? And right now I told you that variables created in the main program are called as the global variable. So here my A, B and S, these three variables will be global variables, whereas in my function you can see there is X, Y and Z, which will be called as a local variable. Now let us see their working in RAM. So as soon as this statement gets executed, see children, as soon as you start the execution of a program, the first thing that happens in RAM is the starting of global scope. तो जैसे ही आपका प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट होता है, उस प्रोग्राम का ग्लोबल स्कोप मेमोरी में बन जाता है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम मेकिंग अ ब्लॉक, and consider that this block is depicting global scope of main program. Okay, so this is depicting the global scope of main program. So whatever variables I am going to create in the main program will exist in this block. So A is getting created. Suppose the value of A input by user is 8. I give the input as 8. So what will happen? You will have a memory block where 8 is stored, and A will be pointing to this location. Clear? Then suppose B input by user is 6. Then 6 will be stored at some location and B will be pointing to this place. Right? This much you know. After this, see what is happening on this line. There is a function call statement, and as soon as the function call statement comes in the program, you know that the program control jumps from this point and reaches the function header, and it is at this point when the function came into existence or when the function's execution started. तो ये वो पॉइंट है जहाँ पे फंक्शन एक्चुअली एग्जीक्यूट होगा, और जब वो एक्चुअली एग्जीक्यूट होता है तभी उसके लोकल वेरिएबल्स रैम में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. सो एज सून एज यू मेक अ कॉल टू द फंक्शन, व्हाट हैपेंस, अ लोकल स्कोप ऑफ दिस फंक्शन गेट्स क्रिएटेड इनसाइड द ग्लोबल स्कोप ऑफ मेन प्रोग्राम. ठीक है, तो जैसे ही मेन प्रोग्राम ने इसको कॉल किया तो कैलकुलेट फंक्शन तुरंत अपना एक लोकल स्कोप इसके अंदर बना देगा. ठीक है, and now whatever variables are created, now see this is the local scope of calculate function. ठीक है, now see what are the variables created inside the function. First of all, A is getting copied over X and B is getting copied over Y, right? So what will happen? X will be pointing to 8 because A was copied over X, and B will be and Y will be pointing to 6 because Y is given the value of B. Now what will happen? You will come inside the body and you will add X and Y, means 14 will be the answer, and there will be a location where 14 will be stored and Z will be pointing to it. Okay, now this much work you have done. Now it's time to return the value of Z from the function, and this is the time when you are going to exit from the function also. तो यहाँ पे आप प्रोग्राम कंट्रोल को वापस यहाँ से यहाँ भेजेंगे. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि प्रोग्राम का एग्जीक्यूशन अब खत्म हो रहा है, और इससे ये मतलब निकलता है कि जो भी प्रोग्राम का इस कैलकुलेट फंक्शन का लोकल स्कोप है this has to now get removed from RAM. And when the local scope get vanished, it vanishes along with all the variables which are created inside it. तो जब स्कोप गायब होता है तो उसके अंदर के सारे वेरिएबल्स भी सेम टाइम पे गायब हो जाते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पे एक चीज़ ध्यान रखिए कि you have to go back but with the value of z. So what this return does, it creates a copy of the value of z. ये z के वैल्यू की एक कॉपी क्रिएट करने के बाद ही z को मेमोरी से हटने देता है. So 14, a copy of 14 will be made and then this entire portion will get removed from the global scope of main program. So what will happen? This scope will vanish. So what we are left with? Again this much. But remember, return is holding a copy of value of z, which will be assigned to, which will substitute in place of the function call statement, and then this statement will become s is equal to 14, right? So you are having another variable in the global scope now whose name is s and it is pointing to the value 14, and this value 14 came because of the result of execution of calculate function. So s is now pointing to 14, and now you come to this statement. You print sum is equal to s. So the output will be sum is equal to 14. This will be the output on the output screen. But after printing this on the output screen, see your program is ending. और जब प्रोग्राम एंड होता है तो ग्लोबल स्कोप खत्म होता है, और जब ग्लोबल स्कोप खत्म होगा तो उसके अंदर बने सारे वेरिएबल्स भी मेमोरी से गायब हो जाएंगे. सो देन व्हाट विल बी द सिचुएशन इन रैम? दिस इज गोइंग टू वैनिश फ्रॉम रैम नाउ because you have executed the last statement of program. So see, this is what is left in the RAM, means nothing. तो इस प्रोग्राम में जब जब वेरिएबल बनने की ज़रूरत थी, रैम में वेरिएबल्स बने, स्कोप्स बने, लेकिन जैसे ही पूरा प्रोग्राम ख़त्म हो गया उसके सारे वेरिएबल्स भी जो क्रिएट हुए थे उस प्रोग्राम में वो सब वहाँ से गायब हो गए. तो दिस इज़ the reason why variables created in a program automatically get removed from RAM. And you know that RAM is temporary. तो RAM में कुछ भी परमानेंट तो रहेगा नहीं. तो इसीलिए गार्बेज कलेक्शन यानी इन सारे वेरिएबल्स को जिसको आपने बनाया था रैम में उसको वहाँ से हटाना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड दैट इज़ डन ऑटोमेटिकली बाय द लैंग्वेजेस बाय यूजिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ स्कोप. But children, there is one thing more about the local scope, that local scope can be multi-level. Okay, means you can have a local scope within another local scope, and that such a local scope is said to be multi-level scope. Now let us understand it with the help of a code. Suppose you have this program, and in this program you can see you have two functions. First is the add function, second is the average function, and third is the main program. Okay, so we have three sections in this program, and now you see the execution. When the execution of this program starts, remember that I am working out RAM over here. So when the execution of this program starts, the first thing that happens in RAM is the creation of global scope, like I explained in the previous example. That as soon as the execution of a program starts, the first thing that happens is the creation of global scope for that program, and this scope will remain in RAM till your program is under execution. Means whatever is getting executed in your program, this scope will remain till then, and as soon as the program gets over, this scope will get over. So this is the global scope of main program. Now you know this statement will be monitored syntactically but not executed. This statement will be monitored syntactically but not executed, and the bodies of the functions will be ignored by the interpreter, and then you will straight away come to this line of the program, main program. So what is happening here? Here we are taking input for x, and you can see that x and y and z, these three variables are created in the main program. So where will they appear in RAM? They will appear in the global scope. Okay, so suppose the value of x input by user is suppose 8. Value of y input by user is suppose 10. Okay, and the value of z input by user is 6. So these are the three values input by user. So what will happen in RAM? You will have a memory location where 8 is stored and x is pointing to it. Okay, then you have another memory location where 10 is stored and y is pointing to it. And then you have another memory location storing 6 and z pointing to it. So these are the three variables created in the global scope. And after this, what happens? You come to this line, and within this line you find that there is a function call statement. See here, this is the function call statement. So what will happen? Instantly the program control will get transferred from this place to the average function. And at this point what happens? X gets copied on A, Y gets copied on B, and Z gets copied on C. But before this what happens? As soon as function call is encountered, तुरंत उस फंक्शन का लोकल स्कोप बन जाता है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? अब इस फंक्शन के इस स्कोप के अंदर एवरेज फंक्शन का लोकल स्कोप बनाएंगे. सो लोकल स्कोप ऑफ एवरेज फंक्शन. So this is the local scope of average function. Now A, B and C will be created and will be given the values of x, y and z respectively. So what will happen? A will point at 8, B will point at 10 because y is copied over B, and C will point at 6. ठीक है ना? Z C पे कॉपी, y B पे कॉपी, x A पे कॉपी. So these are the three variables which got made in the local scope of average function when the first line of the function got executed. तो देखिए ये कब एग्जिस्टेंस में आई? जैसे ही फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होना स्टार्ट हुआ, ABC रैम में तब आए. उसके पहले वो प्रोग्राम में दिख जरूर रहे थे लेकिन रैम में नहीं आए थे. तो अगर आप इन वेरिएबल को इससे पहले यूज करना चाहेंगे तो क्या कर पाएंगे? नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि तब तक तो वो रैम में प्रेजेंट ही नहीं है. ठीक है? तो A, B and C are created. Now see this line and focus upon it that there is another function call in this line. So what will happen this time? You will jump from this place to function def and function add. Again you are making call to another function. So a local scope of this function means add function will get created in the scope of average function. So let me just increase the size of local scope of average function because I won't be able to make local scope of add function inside it. So see, this was the local scope of average function, but as soon as it found a function call statement, अब suddenly कंट्रोल को यहाँ से जाना है यहाँ पे, और अभी इस फंक्शन का काम पूरा नहीं हुआ है. जब इस फंक्शन का काम पूरा होगा तभी इसका स्कोप जाएगा और तभी इसके ये तीन वेरिएबल भी जाएंगे, अभी नहीं जाएंगे. तो यहाँ से हम यहाँ आ गए और जैसे हम यहाँ से यहाँ आए तो एक नया स्कोप बना वेयर विद इन द लोकल स्कोप ऑफ एवरेज फंक्शन, and that new scope is the scope of add function. So I here draw the scope of add function. So this is local scope of add function. ठीक है? अब इसमें क्या होगा? A will get copied over P, B Q पे हो जाएगा, C R पे हो जाएगा. तो P Q R बनेंगे और कहाँ बनेंगे? लोकल स्कोप ऑफ एड फंक्शन में. तो हम इनको भी बना लें. P यहाँ है, वैल्यू होगी 8. ओके, देन Q will be pointing to 10 again and R will be pointing to 6. क्योंकि ABC कॉपी हुए PQR पे तो वही इनकी वैल्यूज भी हैं. Now you come to this line S is equal to P plus Q plus R. अब P, Q और R की वैल्यू ऐड होगी. Result will be 24 and 24 will be pointed by S. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा 24 वैल्यू आई और इसको कौन पॉइंट कर रहा है एस। ओके, अब इसके बाद क्या हुआ रिटर्न एस मीन्स टाइम टू एग्जिट फ्रॉम add function and as soon as you go to exit add function इसका स्कोप गायब हो जाएगा रैम से और स्कोप के गायब होने पे उसके अंदर के सारे वेरिएबल भी गायब हो जाएंगे। लेकिन हमें खाली हाथ वापस नहीं जाना है, हमने रिटर्न एस लिखा है मीन्स आई हैव टू रिटर्न विद द वैल्यू ऑफ एस। सो आई रिटर्न विल मेक अ कॉपी ऑफ द वैल्यू स्टोर्ड इन एस। रिटर्न ने इसकी एक कॉपी बनाई तो 24 की एक कॉपी बना के इंटरनली आपको नहीं पता चलेगा, लेकिन रिटर्न ने 24 की एक कॉपी बनाई और फिर क्या किया, क्योंकि आप ऐड फंक्शन से बाहर जा रहे हैं तो उसने इस स्कोप को खत्म कर दिया। सो दिस स्कोप इज नाउ गेटिंग रिमूव्ड। तो आपने देखा कि ऐड फंक्शन का स्कोप कब बना और कब गायब। जैसे ही फंक्शन कॉल हुई उसका स्कोप बन गया और जैसे ही फंक्शन खत्म हुआ ऐड फंक्शन का स्कोप रैम से गायब हो गया। अब आपको मालूम है 24 की एक कॉपी रिटर्न के पास है एंड दैट 24 विल रिप्लेस दिस कॉल स्टेटमेंट एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन इन एवरेज फंक्शन, अ न्यू वेरिएबल ऑफ नेम n will be created and this will be pointing to 24. Okay, average function is still not complete. अब हम इस लाइन पे हैं और यहाँ पे हमने फिर से देखा एक रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट है। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वील कैलकुलेट दिस थिंग, n डिवाइड बाई 3, सो 24 डिवाइड बाई 3 8. ओके, 8 इज गेटिंग रिटर्न फ्रॉम दिस प्लेस। तो 8 की एक कॉपी बनाएगा फंक्शन रिटर्न विल मेक अ कॉपी ऑफ 8 और फिर क्योंकि एवरेज फंक्शन खत्म हो गया तो अब वो इसके स्कोप को रैम से गायब कर देगा, क्योंकि अब हमारा एवरेज फंक्शन की वर्किंग सारी खत्म हो चुकी है। तो अब हमारा एवरेज फंक्शन का स्कोप भी रैम से गायब हो जाएगा, लेकिन 8 वैल्यू के साथ, क्योंकि 8 वापस जाना है तो रिटर्न ने 8 को स्टोर करके रखा है। सो नाउ दिस स्कोप इज गोइंग टू वैनिश फ्रॉम रैम्स एंड सो विल इट्स वेरिएबल, क्योंकि जैसे किसी फंक्शन का स्कोप खत्म होता है उसके अंदर के वेरिएबल भी उसी के साथ रैम से गायब हो जाते हैं। फिर अब आप वापस आए विद द वैल्यू 8 एंड दिस 8 विल रिप्लेस द कॉल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ एवरेज फंक्शन। अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, प्रिंट रिजल्ट इज इक्वल टू 8. So where will this thing go? It will go on the output screen. What will be printed? Result is equal to 8. ये प्रिंट हो गया आउटपुट स्क्रीन पे, ठीक है। लेकिन ये करने के बाद अब क्या हुआ, प्रोग्राम इज एंडिंग and when program ends the global scope of the main program which was created in the beginning of the program will now vanish from RAM. So what will happen, all the variables along with the global scope of RAM or global scope of main program will vanish from the memory, that is RAM. And see what is left at the end, nothing. So RAM created variables, utilized them and जैसे जैसे टाइम उनकी वेरिएबल्स की वैलिडिटी खत्म हुई वैसे वैसे उसने वेरिएबल्स को मेमोरी से गायब कर दिया एंड व्हाट इट इज लेफ्ट विद, नथिंग. So with this children I end this lecture, and in this lecture you have seen what is global variable, what is local variable, what is global and local scope and their implementation in RAM. In the next lecture I'll discuss a very important rule regarding the visibility of variables, and that is LEGB rule, which will be discussed in the next lecture.